Hey there, everyone. It is John Seymour, Lucero Entrepreneur here, coming at you tonight, which is Friday, May 26th, as we're all getting ready for a great big holiday weekend. So, if you are new to my channel, well, welcome. Great to have you here. At the top right, you'll see a QR code. Just scan your phone with the QR code, and you'll be able to get over to my link tree. Lots of great information, videos, and whatnot, and things about how to improve the quality of your life and how to improve the quality of those around you that you love so much. So, if you're coming back, well, welcome back, my friends, colleagues, and associates. It's wonderful to have you here. And I want to let you know that for all of you who are watching, we have a new topic every week, a master topic, and then we have some little submodalities that we go into each day to get a little more granular into the topic. And hopefully some of the new people will become just like you guys that have been watching us for a very, very long time. What is our topic today? Watch what you say. And we're on episode number 6. We have one more episode to go for Watch What You Say. And Watch What You Say is something I believe that really can, how can I say, inspire people to understand that it could be it could be daunting for someone. I get this, but what I want to share with you is that understanding when you watch for things, you notice those submodalities, the things that maybe aren't really obvious to most people. So, what else would you watch? Well, I have one for you today. Watch what you say when you are close to the other locker room of the opposing team, because you know what they're going to do. They're going to take your thoughts and your scrimmage plays, and they're going to make mincemeat out of them as they pulverize your team. So you want to keep that, hey, no pun intended, under your hat. And so when we think about watch, we've mentioned watch before. But if we had to ask our good old friends, Merriam-Webster, what does the word watch actually mean? Well, that's a great way to start off with for today. So to keep vigil as devotional and exercise, it's a verb. To be awake during the night, to be attentive or vigilant, to keep guard, to keep someone or something under close observation, or to observe a spectator. Watch. When we think about watch, maybe you're thinking about watching a sports game or maybe watching a movie. Those are all pretty cool things, right? However, In our context of watch, I'm more talking about how watch can improve the quality of your life and the quality of other people's lives. What happens is that when you get so into doing something, you forget about paying attention. Now, sometimes that's not bad, but other times it can be really a challenge for you because when you forget these things, here's what happens: others will use that opportunity to exploit you. That's not really nice. What else do you need to watch? We talk about watching what you say. Well, I think when you're around new people, maybe strangers, and you're not sure how they're going to react to you, so you might be a little more careful or cautious in what you're actually going to say because you don't want to be spearheaded by them, right? Watch what you say. Think about that phrase for just a minute. We're going to be wrapping it up tomorrow, by the way, but watch what you say. What does that really mean to you? I would like to pose that it means something that the truth comes out. And sometimes the truth hurts, right? We mentioned this a little before. And so we don't want people to see us as being harsh or cruel, even though that's kind of the feeling we're getting in our mind. We have to kind of, how can we say, limit that or tamper that a little bit, right? But when we say watch what you say, to look or observe closely or tentatively, right? Um, what I mean by the word watch is kind of a loose definition, but it really just means, are you in your element right now? Or are you being tripped up because of a certain situation or certain condition in your life, right? Maybe when you need to watch what you say isn't just in front of strangers. We already talked about if somebody is inebriated, we talked about that because they're going to be a little more free flowing than most people would want. And they're going to share things that maybe they don't want to just come out and say because that could hurt some people's feelings. Another time that you want to watch what you say is if you are a leader and maybe you've had those challenges in your life and you had those bumps in the road, right? If you don't have the right set of thoughts congruent, and you don't watch what you say, you're going to lose people's attention and you're unfortunately going to lose their respect. A person who thinks what they're going to say before they say it is pretty powerful. And someone who doesn't say something just because everyone else is saying it, right? The Joneses are doing this, so, I guess we should do it too. But this is the whole culture of society and norms that watching is a way of saying, hey, are we on track right now? Are we understanding what's really being said? Are we understanding what's being expected from us? Are we understanding what the person's saying? And are we understanding the meaning of that? Are we understanding just the words, or are we getting the tonality and also the body language so that we can interpret is what's coming out of their mouth in line with what their body is saying? Hmm, that seems pretty interesting. If you were to visit a zoo, right? And let's just say that you wanted to get close to one of the animals. And so you're with one of the trainers there. And I say, watch what you say, because maybe you're dealing yourself a deck of cards that you're really not ready to hold, right? A lot of people will spit things out of their mouth because they're impatient. Nothing wrong with being curious, but they're impatient and they don't realize that there's consequences for saying those things. By consequences, I mean that it could set you back, could take you off your goal path. It could make other people feel hurt. When we think of the word watch, a lot of you think of a watchman, or you think of lights on a building. Maybe you think about lights at a jail, watching people if they cross the line, or maybe we're thinking about immigrants that are trying to migrate over to the United States, the borders. And so they're keeping a closeful or a watchful eye on them. If you watch diligently in your life, you'll probably never say the wrong thing. So when do we need to be so on guard? I think that's when there's new people. That's number one. Another time that we want to be on guard is if we're doing something new for the first time, right? Even though it's with people we know, we may want to be on guard because we're doing something new and we're not sure how it's going to work out. We want to be very watchful when somebody tells us to do something. And if we're doing something because we feel it's right, okay. If we're doing something and we don't feel right about it, but somebody says to do it, and I'm telling you to watch, because chances are the person that's telling you to do that thing doesn't understand that what they're asking you to do is actually something wrong. Many times in business, people say, oh, yeah, just do that. Or I had a coach, I don't know if I told you this, when I was playing soccer and I was on a championship team, not my first year, but like my second or third time playing soccer, we had a very ruthless coach. And he would say, stop playing like a bunch of girls. And, we're going out there, we're sweating, we're almost bleeding. And you know what he'd say to us? I don't care. Get the ball. He'd be like cursing at us. And there's other players on the team, and we'll go back to him. And it's like, yeah, but coach, we can't. Why? What are you, a bunch of girls? And he's like, no, the guy's not wearing shin guards, or I don't think he's wearing protection below his belt. He said, I don't care. Kick him as hard as he can. Then maybe next time he'll remember. And kick him in the shins and kick him till he bleeds. And the one part of me was like, okay, I get that this is part for competition. But my watchful eye kicked in and said, hey, John, wait a minute. This guy is getting you to do or be something because he wants to be elevated. It may not be the right thing for society or for the other person. So my watchful eye stepped in. Thus, if someone asks you to do something in life and you don't feel right about it, don't do it. And if doing something in life and you feel right about it is going to get you to lose your job, guess what? It's worth losing your job. Are you a guy that just does something because you can be bought? Are you a guy that just does something because you're being controlled? If you act like that, then you are. So there are people in this world that will try to manipulate you because they want to use you like pawns on a chessboard. They want to win, but they want to win at all costs, just like my coach. He didn't care about us. He didn't care about our teammates. He didn't care about the other players. He wanted to bleed. He said to us, that's what they have. He said, that's what they have ambulances for. That's what they have hospitals for. If they bleed, they'll take them away and they'll take them off the field and there'll be another player. And I'm like, that wasn't what I was used to hearing. Wasn't what I was used to hearing. And when we think about what happened, with the recent shooting, we go through a stage where something happens. And then a lot of social media, a lot of media takes over and explains it. And then people are upset. And you know what happens? We do nothing. And then 6 months, a year, or 2 years, or 3 years, or 4 years later, it happens again, but it's worse. So why don't people keep a watchful eye? I think it's because they don't want to be put under a microscope, fearing that they might be wrong. But I'd rather you be wrong about something that's going to protect or save someone else's life than not reacting and having happen what happened the other day in that school. Being watchful is a quality that a lot of people don't have because they rely on others to watch them. Now, I'm not saying you can't have other people help you, but what I'm telling you is that as a business owner, as a salesperson, as an entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur, you've got to be watchful. You've got to be protective of yourself. And you got to realize that not everyone in this world is out to help you. They're out to do what's best for themselves. So how does that make us become a better version of ourselves? Simple. By you watching, by you being alert of these red flags of the situations, you can move away from that situation. Remember, no one has the right to make you feel inferior about yourself except who? You. You're the only ones that have the right to make you feel inferior about yourself. So why are you doing it? All right, we got one more day to talk about. Watch what you say. It's going to be a good one. We're going to summarize everything. But really, watching what you say, if you take the time and do it with your whole heart and intent, you'll find out that this might be the magic secret that you have been leaving unwrapped for many years. Please go ahead and like and support and love my channel. Definitely comment below. Do you watch what you say? What situations have you got into when you didn't watch what you say? And then be sure to tag your friends, your colleagues, your associates, and share it out with everyone you know on social media. And then go to my YouTube channel, John Space E Space MORLEY Space Serial Entrepreneur. Look for the key phrase, help keep our content free. And then make the choice, ladies and gentlemen, to buy my team and a cup of coffee. You'll all be so grateful with those pennies and dollars. We'll invest into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, and even new facilities to give you the most jaw-dropping, motivational, inspirational content to motivate you in this entire galaxy and keep you in a place that is centered and focused so you can achieve your dreams. I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It has been an amazing privilege and pleasure to be with you tonight. I will be with you tomorrow night, Friday. We'll be wrapping up. Yes, watch what you say in episode 7. Have yourself a great night, everyone. Take care.